I have my Logitech C920 forever now,
I'm
and
sorry, Logitech?
yeah, the software is absolute shit. They
No,
downgrade.
Max, it's Logitech.
Eh, Logitech, it's
That's
all.
literally no one says
Is this
Logitech.
is this what is this, was this supposed to transition into hello and welcome everybody? I have a feeling it was. We are failing.
We are
So-
failing pretty hard at it, but by now the
So-
audience is kind of used to it. I don't know. I don't think that Key or I will get it done. So Chris, take it away.
Welcome. How's your stay?
Come on, he was on often enough. He should know the opening line, shouldn't he?
All right. Hello and everybody. Fuck. Okay, we need to go back to the pre-show. Let's start this over.
Okay. I'm going back to the pre-show. So, ha.
okay.
Weird conversation.
yeah.
Segway.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to fuck. Okay, let's try this one more time. Pre-show. I'll give a very subtle tell for us to go on.
I go back to the pre-show. Okay.
Luckily, I'm an Italian and talk with my hands anyway. Okay, so yeah, I killed a guy yesterday. It was pretty great, but I guess we will talk about it more live. So. Hello and everybody, and welcome to the AWKWARDCast, where A and Y and Key wonder about random dribble. And today we have a guest you've never seen before. Nailed it.
I will not cut any of those attempts.
No, exactly. That'd
It's
be
like Solitaire the
perfect.
movie where we kept in all of Will's fucking up of the introduction.
No, it's like when Danny and Ross played Space Quest 4, and in one episode they gave like a little intro saying, hey, the blah blah blah, and then at the end of the episode showed all the failed attempts because Ross kept fucking up the, hey, I'm Danny, I'm Ross. Because Ross just kept choosing to come in really fast, and Danny was like, I'm gonna kill you. And then the last take was like Danny being like, hey, I'm Barry. It's like, fuck. It's beautiful. But yes, we're not talking about the Game Grumps today or Steam Train, may that rest in peace. We're talking about the fact we have Chris on the show.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chris.
Who? Oh, me.
Exactly. Who are you? What do you do? And why should we care?
I've been here 7 times apparently. I don't count them. So
I have a program.
We do.
I have a program that does accounting for me.
it automatically takes tallies.
I have to enter
Yes,
the
I
it's
have
the
episode.
beauty of
That's-
Salesforce.
I have noticed a man with the name Aficionados Chris
Exactly.
has appeared 7 times.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
I-
look, it's taken 7 times for him to pronounce your name correctly.
Yeah.
That's
still,
true.
Still work
In
in
fact,
progress.
actually, let's find out. Can you say it, Max?
Aficionados Chris.
You got it.
I still don't know what
7 spots.
I still don't know what I said wrong in the past. But
I mean, we've had aficionados.
Yeah.
I think at one point you forgot like the F itself, so it was a key. It was so many like weird ways that you were saying
The
it. Or
2 I remember was
aficionados.
like aficionados and aficionados. That was one that always stuck with me. Nados? The hell is it?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, apparently you are the alliance that helps the America get oil from the Middle East. Apparently, also you like Blu-rays.
I do. That's the rumor. Yes. That
the Blu-ray guy.
yes, I'm putting direction. I am the Blu-ray guy. That's my website. I review physical media, and no, don't go away. Go check it out. There's some comedy, a lot of fun stuff. Chrissy helps a lot with writing and looking over projects. And believe it or not, after nearly 9 months, new video came out. It's right there on the
Like
front
a
page.
baby. Like a human baby, you birthed this video after 9 months of maternity leave. So you're obviously not an American. Laugh track. But yes.
I should probably get that on my phone so I could just I could queue up a laugh track, a cricket chirping, or the reverb.
All the good stuff.
for, like, the most-
I
all
mean
the good-
that's why we need Silver Quill back on the show because he
Oh, he
had one.
literally had
He
this
had that.
soundboard.
Yes, we love Tim in this household. We miss you, Tim. You need to come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Paleo says my name's actually pronounced a fish, a nachos, Chris.
Ah,
Oh.
and he's the expert for everything living in the sea, so you better listen to him.
Of course.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just have a horrible
Yeah.
I have a horrible realization just now.
What's your
I
horrible
forgot.
realization?
The horrible realization is that I have not yet entered today's episode into Salesforce, which means it's actually Chris's 8th appearance on the show, and he has speeded by Lauren. No, he has not. He's on the
No,
same
we
level
gotta-
as Lauren. Lauren is also at 8.
That's why.
He
That's
left-
what I said earlier.
He
Is
left-
that he was tied
yeah,
with Lauren.
but I thought they were tied on
Wh-
7, but no, they are tied on 8 while he
What
left.
you need to do,
You just left
is-
British Ninja behind.
you need to have like a head-to-head. So like me and Lauren are in the exact same episode.
Oh, we
just
had
so that
this.
we.
We had this for the longest
We
time
could-
with who was it? Who had the ongoing head-to-head?
Emerald and British? I don't know.
Probably.
No, it wasn't it like Emerald and Ambrose for a little
Could
while.
be. And yeah, but now Emerald is stuck on 9. We need to reinvent the boy. While Ambrose is
look,
sitting on
this
his
is-
throne of 12 appearances on this fantastic show.
Yeah, what we need is
I
we
love
need to
this
get
show.
Lauren on the Lauren on the show. You know, we'll replace the little cartoon me
Mhm.
and Max with Lauren, and
Yeah.
it'll be boys versus girls given the
Oh,
setup
oh.
of the show.
So
And-
me and Max,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
and Lauren.
Yeah, we either
Yeah,
need
and
to
we don't-
dress
we
in
don't
blue. Those two need to dress in pink to make it really hammer this point home.
I mean, like I physically cringed when you said wear pink, but like,
Hey, I own
not
pink.
because no, it's not because I don't like my lighting is literally pink. It's because I'm a very pale woman, and pink like turns me paler, and I will just look like chewed up bubble gum.
Or like,
But, like-
what's it called? The Jinx, the Pokemon, the evolution, the white and pink one.
Oh,
Sylveon.
Sylveon. Good job for using your words, because I was like, Jinx, I'm gonna look like the
I was like,
minstrel
where's he
show
going with
Pokemon.
this?
But no, that could be our all Q&A episode, and all the questions have to revolve around us trying to one up the other team of just better answers.
This
So it's like a
base-
game show.
yeah, I just wanted to say this
And then-
basically.
Family food, but with a boy team and a girl team of 2 people.
Yes,
each.
and the audience decides who had the better answers.
It
It
sounds.
could be your bad summary game, and people have
I
to
was-
buzz in.
I was about to say this sounds like 3 idiots and Chris. So
Pretty
Yeah,
much, yeah.
I mean, the thing is that I know for a fact that the bad summary episode Chris was getting actively angry during.
really,
Like,
at whom exactly?
Oh, I was.
I mean,
Who do you
like
think?
the
At the one
classic-
who wrote the bad summaries.
It could have also been me or Lauren for being idiots when answering it.
No,
well,
the
okay,
thing
there
is,
was only one point where I got mad that someone. It might have been Lauren because it was when Chrissy said, the postal service saves the holidays or something like that. I was in the kitchen because these headphones here are Bluetooth wireless,
Ooh.
so I can get up and go. So I'm listening to the show as I'm like, I'm gonna go make lunch. I'm making lunch, and the question comes up, and I go, "Oh, Klaus," and everyone's like, I'm like,
I
"Are you
mean,
fucking kidding me?"
or the original,
Come on.
original one from the original version of Wonder of Manhattan.
or Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, that's the one I was
because
actually thinking about.
That's also the
The
postal
thing is,
service
like,
saves Christmas.
Why would it be those? It's like, but you have to think like Chrissy. This is a more recent film,
Exactly.
therefore it's going to be in her mind more relatively. And also, yes, Arthur Christmas has letters. Miracle on 34th Street, the ending has to do with
Mhm.
letters. But only one of these films is the postal service the entire
That
structure
is true.
of the
That is a
premise,
good point.
which is why Klaus made the most sense. Like,
I know,
I
but
know it's
I
like
was so.
it
I know,
gets
and Lauren was
contradicted.
very ashamed. Lauren was very ashamed when Max got the point for that. Like,
As she should.
but I think you were
3.5
more mad
idiots,
at.
one brain cell.
I think you. I no, that's the tagline for the show. But like I think you got more mad at the audience themselves because the audience would guess along, and sometimes their guesses were really fucking dumb. I love you guys, but your guesses were sometimes fucking
Well, I
dumb.
think
I
the
don't
one
know.
I got mad
So
at
many
you
of them
about.
kept saying star verses with questions that had nothing to do with star
Oh.
verse. There was one question with star verses, and everyone kept getting it wrong.
Pac-Man was the one that made me mad because the description was something like the original Ghostbusters video game. Yeah,
The
I was
original
like,
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
because I'm thinking, okay, if she means the original Ghostbusters video game, perhaps she's implying, before the actual titular Ghostbusters, the video game. Well, Luigi's Mansion had the vacuum, which the whole fucking thing is
That was a
Ghostbusters.
lot later, wasn't it?
Well,
Yes,
later
it's
than the film.
Luigi's Mansion is
later,
I played Ghostbusters
later
on
than
a
the film,
Commodore.
but not later than the game.
I played
which was my confusion.
Yeah, I played a version of Ghostbusters on a Commodore 64 back in the day. So
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, but
I'm sure you did.
but it's just, but no, I guess didn't Max get the Pac-Man one? I
think
feel like
or we at the earliest I didn't get it after the original. If I got it, then only after the clue, or not. None of us got it.
so. Yeah, no, someone got it. I remember giving points for that, and the subsequent and the other person being like, "What, Chrissy?" Like just not being happy with me. Like everyone
There
had
were a
that
lot of
during that
people like,
episode.
I'm mad at Chrissy
Chrissy.
because these summaries are terrible. And I know that's the point, but even still, I'm like, how is anyone even supposed to get that? This is the description of an insane person.
You just made coffee go up my nose.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I didn't think that would land.
It very much did. It's superhero land and like in a Marvel. Anyways, so we're gonna count this as Chris's introduction because he doesn't get anything else. His website's been on screen for the past 5 minutes.
That's all you need. That's really all you
Exactly.
need. Just go to aficionadoschris.com.
Since we actually talked about this for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, look!
It's
It's us
There's the
from
runner.
the studio that brought us.
No, spoilers. I mean, not spoilers, but spoilers for media. Anyway.
But yes, so enough about Three Idiots, which will be on this coming week. I know some
It's
people
true,
were
actually.
asking me about it. It's going to be part of the 24-hour event.
What?
Awesome. But we'll get more into that later in the show.
In the description.
Also that. Wait. No, I mean, what?
Because yeah, we'll find out. But Chris, I would say what's been going on in your week. But the thing is that what happened in your week and what happened in my week intersects
Are the same.
quite a bit.
That's why I haven't posted a media, because I'm like, I think Chrissy and I may or may not have the
Oh no,
same
I have
media.
it. No, I have a different media that I found yesterday that I need to talk about because
Then I'll
one,
probably
it's
pull up one of the.
it's an ARG, so it's going to be interesting. And two, it involves a person that you know and really like, Chris. A certain person that's always at too many games that you know and like.
Would they happen to have the initials KA? Of course he did. I love that guy.
But yes,
But
I need to step away at some point. So let's just get into the weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
But yeah. So
Are we starting with me or are we start with you? Because
we always start with the
already
guest.
in the
Yes,
middle
I know,
of
but
it.
the point being is that it was because I don't want to take away too much of your fanfare as far as the same.
I have a few extra things, but we'll get to mine later because mine has been a lot of back-end work.
The main thing is last week, the main reason there wasn't an awkward last Sunday, I took Chrissy along with Chi-Chi and Tia and even Lauren on a mini vacation of sorts. Lauren was kind enough to get us some tickets to see Lupin the Third, the First in a theater, which would be my second time seeing it in theaters, but the first time to see it with a actual
Group of
audience.
people.
With friends.
Exactly, because when I took Tia to see it when it was screening in Arizona, in like one theater, which happened to be the theater down the street from my house, and when we saw it, there were like maybe 4 other people, so it wasn't like an audience participation thing. Cut to last week, we get to see it in Burbank, California. And there's at least like 20, maybe 30 people in that cinema alone, not counting us. I'd say like it was pretty packed for a Lupin screening.
And let's preface: everyone was vaxxed and masked the entire time.
Everyone was vaxxed. Everyone was masked. All good.
We've taken our precautions. None of us have positive COVID tests. We're all. I want to preface that we're not being like dumb influencers going to Cancun. Like, no, we were really safe.
Yeah, very much.
But yeah, so we
got there. That only because I think that should be common sense, but we have been proven time and time again that it's not.
Humans
so
don't
I just
have
think
that.
of it like common sense. Like, yeah, well, of course we were all vaxxed and masked. Why else would we be going? Why would you be going out? But. Fuck me.
But yeah, so we had an Airbnb, which if people don't know, or if that's just a very American concept, it's when people rent out like houses and stuff, like hotels. So you just stay instead of staying in a hotel room, you're staying in a house, and it's actually really convenient. But so because then you have a full kitchen and all this stuff, and a maid's not knocking on your door at 6 a.m. going room service. But yeah, we were there, and it was
it's also
so much fun.
To get takeout because they can find a house better than they can find your hotel room.
You don't have to go into a lobby every time you want to get pizza,
exactly.
Which is very nice. And no one judges you for ordering milk at 7 a.m. from a grocery store. I know people would judge if someone's picking up milk in the lobby of a hotel. But yeah, we had an Airbnb. Lauren and I went to like the Filipino market before they came down, and I introduced the entire house to ube, and everyone loved it, as you should. But yeah, it was all the guests we've had on the show, Chi-Chi, Tia, and Lauren. And the first night was basically I'm sitting trying to set up things on the TV and everything while Chris, Tia, Lauren, and then Chi-Chi, when she arrives, is just playing with Lupin the Third hand puppets like children. They are children. I mean, do you have the puppets?
The monkey puppet. They're in the suitcase over there still, actually.
Because yeah, he has like full on Muppets of like Jigen, Lupin, and Zenigata. Yeah, just grab them because I can. But yeah, we were doing that. We kept playing like Centaur World songs and stuff on the TV. It was a lovely time. Chris kept being afraid I was going to break the piano that was over there. I didn't.
That could have been expensive.
Why does everyone think I'm going to break things? I only break myself. Well, yes, because I will let people know that I act different around different people as you do as humans. When I'm around people like Lauren or Max or Brett, one-on-one, I'm generally a very not chaotic person, or at least I'm more of the straight man. But if I'm around Chris, Tia, or Chi-Chi, or a group of people, I decide, you know what? I need to be entertaining. You know what would be fun? Using my physical deformities for comedy, because I can invert my elbows and twist my knees backwards like Markiplier. So everyone was very disturbed the whole trip. I love those things. So yeah, imagine watching grown men and women playing with these for like 4 days straight. That was my week.
And that it was effective. Come here.
But yes, Chris, this is your week. I stalled enough for you. Talk about your experiences.
Well, I mean, it was basically the same because we went to Burbank, which I've never been to, so we got to see the famous skyline, which is
Two Holiday Inns. Welcome to Burbank.
If you've seen that Gay Grumps video, welcome to Burbank, where you're never too far away from a Taco
Far
Bell.
from Taco Bell.
You
can find a gun.
Burbank.
There's a couple. Yeah,
enjoyed
Burbank was fun.
very much, and I obviously enjoyed the time I spent with people I love, fully vaxxed. So it was like going to a convention. It really kind of was like a convention.
Yeah, except without a con center.
Yeah,
we went to the
and
zoo,
without boring panels.
Yeah, we went to the zoo, which everyone who visits California should go to the LA Zoo. The LA Zoo is beautiful. And Chris somehow didn't start ravenously laughing when we got near the monkeys. So that's an achievement. There's a baby gorilla at the LA Zoo, which is enough of a reason to go. But yeah, we went to the zoo and it was great. And Chris went gross at most of the animals there because the animals were not things he was used to. Meanwhile, our friend Chi-Chi was like a Disney princess the entire time because all the animals just went up to the glass to be like, hello, at her. Because of course they did. You could take Zenigata off the screen, Chris.
I will after one thing. Hello, Lauren.
Okay.
But why do they all have this kind of monkey mouth?
They're monkeys.
Oh, they are monkeys. Okay.
The author's name, well, not his name was Kazuhiko Kato, but his pen name was Monkey Punch. And there's a strong backed up theory because his publisher came up with the name, that the reason they gave him the name Monkey Punch is also one because in Japanese monkey and punch are words that rhyme. But it's also because when you look at his art, a lot of the males look very primate-ish.
What did the monkey do?
But with flat faces.
Made a comic book.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at Zenigata from 3/4, his chin does jut out like fucking Jay Leno. But yeah, we went there. We got to see Lauren's Mutuals when we went to the movie theater. The movie theater was beautiful. We had a lovely time.
Much good food.
Yes, very good food, and it was just great.
Vietnamese for the first time, at least on my end. I had Vietnamese for the first time. We basically most of it was if we needed food, I would just say to Chrissy, or if she happened to be there, Lauren, like, what do you guys think we should get? Because my whole thing is I want to eat things that you can't get in Arizona. Like if there's a pizza place that's like native, I want to eat for that one. If there's, we had like this thing called Lucky Chicken, a very ironic name because it's a fried chicken restaurant. So that chicken's
Those
not very
chickens
lucky.
weren't lucky.
No, we were lucky to eat them, but and we had that at Lauren's place, which was a lovely place because I got to meet Phelps, the famous dog.
Yes, let's talk about Phelps meeting people because let us describe the best day of that dog's life. So
yes.
So we got to Lauren's place because we were going swimming because her villa has a pool. And we got there, it was great, and out comes Phelps puddling in with his little businessman tie.
And he's
because
a lot bigger than he looks in photos.
He is a very chonky boy. But the thing is that Lauren has said, because she puts him in a tie every time I visit, that he's mentally associated getting a tie on with something is about to happen. Because he's a precious, precious boy. But because there was like Chi-Chi, who's had that breed of dog before, so she was on top of the moon. Tia likes dog, so she was on the moon. And so Phelps is just getting a million pets and, oh, look at you, look at you. But the entire time he was just staring up at Chris because Chris was just looking down approvingly at him and not petting him. And Phelps was choosing violence that day and was like, Why? Yeah, look, that's the same tie he was wearing. That's business dog. And Chris was just like, he's so big. He's so big. And it was when we finally left the house to go to the pool, we got into Lauren's car, we were all packing in, and Phelps walks out of the house and he's just looking like, you guys are leaving? That was the saddest I've ever seen this dog look. And as you can see, he can look very sad when he wants to.
I mean, he has a resting sad face.
Yeah,
For the record, so people don't think I'm a demon, of course I pet Phelps. But he was getting like 3 pets at once. It's like, I don't think I need to chime in right now.
Yeah, but it was wonderful.
That dog
and
was
then
getting all the love in the world.
Yes, he was living the dream. And you're very correct. His size does not translate well in pictures because the thing's built like a brick. Like he's a loaf of bread that had legs. And we're not talking about a thing of Wonder Bread. We're talking like a full size like sourdough roll. Like, but it was great. And then Lauren's dad talked about going to the Emmys, and then me and him were rocking out to fucking Six the Musical. Me and him came out of the kitchen, jumping up and down, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you guys know that Lauren's father is actually Ralph Macchio?
He is not Ralph Macchio. He looks like Ralph Macchio, but he is not the Karate Kid. I would know this.
Oh, maybe it's a family
Lauren's
secret.
dad is,
But her dad did work on the marketing campaign for Mac Tonight, which was like that jazzy moon-headed guy that they used for McDonald's back in the 90s. Yes, that is awesome. What an interesting thing that I have a lame claim to fame Finn association with. But I mean, Chris also wouldn't stop talking about his dad meeting Bobcat and Bobcat being coked
You say
out
I
of
wouldn't
his mind.
stop. I told the story once, and then I had to retell it for her father, so I told it twice.
You retold it to her father. Twice is more than enough when you talk about someone being coked out of their mind, breaking a staircase.
Story. Fuck you.
It is a great story. Point being, we had all this fun, and it was a lovely time. So there was a valid reason there was no awkward cast because Chrissy needed to leave the house.
Yeah.
Everyone needed a holiday, really. Like I prefer to think of it not so much a vacation. Vacations are usually longer. But it was definitely a holiday, a getaway to just get away from work, get away from social media, because we didn't even really use like our phones much. So
I mean, I literally put when I tweeted that we went on vacation, I realized I only took like one picture the entire time, and it was meerkats. So I just put a bunch of meerkats and a picture of the Burbank skyline with the 2 Holiday Inns, and I was like, "That's my vacation."
There you go. I took very few photos. I think the people who took the most photos would have been like Chi-Chi, because we have a great group photo that Chi-Chi took, and of course Lauren had, I think it was a friend, someone passing by, I think, took our photo at the AMC, and that's a great one.
Yeah, the great thing about the AMC picture. The great thing about the AMC. Are you trying to look for it?
No, I'm like, millennials are killing vacation photos.
I will say the group photo that Lauren took, which is probably on her Twitter profile because you're on it right now, was great because there was no Lupin picture because this was like a one-day event.
There it is.
So we took a picture in front of the Free Guy poster, so it looks like fucking Ryan Reynolds is just hanging out with us in this picture.
As he does.
I kept egging on Lauren or someone to put it on Instagram and tag Ryan Reynolds with like, with talking about Free Guy, and then saying we went to go see Lupin the First, but no one did. But it was great. Though I do think that my friends have a different opinion of me now because I did start almost every morning by blasting music on the TV while everyone was asleep because I always woke up the earliest out of everyone. So like. At one point I found Crab Rave.
When you're me and I sleep on the living room couch, which is where the TV is.
Yes, but the thing was that I made breakfast and I was like, everyone's still asleep. So what I did is that I got Crab Rave, you know, that song from 2018 on my phone, and I took it and I pushed my phone under the door where Chi-Chi and Tia were sleeping. And you could hear like the da, 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 and then it muffles, and I just waited in the kitchen. And then Chi-Chi slowly walks out holding my phone, still blasting the music. And I was like, good morning, sunshine. And then I started playing like Under the Sea from the Broadway Little Mermaid blasting on the TV, and I had like Tia's little hand fan, and I was just dancing around. I could see fucking Chris just kind of be like, "Why are you the way that you are?"
Yep. That was most of that vacation. Was why are you like this? Like, honestly,
Depression.
I think this has been more your week than it has been mine.
Well, you're slow. So
wow.
I'm trying to speed through it because
The
Max
only thing
has
I could
adventures.
add to that was because the Thomas video came out the same week. Because my whole goal was to get that video out before I left for the holiday. The biggest thing was that's now a record-breaking video because it's the first video I have made that reached 1,000 views in less than 24 hours.
Oh.
It's never happened. Never happened before.
Congratulations.
That was the first. And then it became a meme while I was on holiday that Chrissy and Tia and Chi-Chi, and to some extent Lauren, would pull up their phones to check the video and see how many views it was at on that day, or in some cases, on that hour. Like, speaking of such and such, what's the video at?
But it was also because you wouldn't accept positive feedback of like, hey, your video's doing well. Your video's doing well. It's like, and then we would yell at you. That's the reason we did it.
Yeah.
It exposure therapy. But yeah, no, I was just speeding through it because I need to step away from a bit because Chrissy's anxiety is getting the better of her. So, Max, why don't you talk about your fun adventures?
Yes, I can do that.
Tell us about your ferret-fueled week.
Ooh, it was not too ferret-fueled, I guess. Whoop. No, also, just one last thing. While you guys were talking about Lupin, I was, for 5 minutes or something, scrolling through Abby's Twitter to find this screenshot from Lupin the Third the First, where she edited herself in. Then when I went back to it for the Fabs picture, I realized that it's literally her banner.
Yes, rightfully, she's very proud of that.
Oh, absolutely, rightfully. But I feel like an idiot for scrolling for like 5 minutes. Where is it? Also, yeah, everybody who doesn't know it, tell us which character is the one that doesn't belong there, because one of those characters is not in the movie. Anyways, yeah, my week. Maybe to start, or maybe I should end with it so that Chrissy is present for it. But yeah, it actually was a little bit ferret-filled, wasn't it? Because our they are now named, by the way. Wait, it doesn't help when I hover my cursor over it. So up there, now I'm pointing to the artwork anyway. So nevertheless, more to the art in a second. But yeah, up there you see the two, and funny enough, Lauren did actually the image drawn by Abby Rhodey, Lauren. She got reference pictures of our two boys, and you can actually recognize them from those cartoonified, Disneyfied versions, which is amazing. But yeah, the one coming around my shoulder, known by now by the name of Elliot L. Rocketon, or Rockefeller, damn it, I should learn his full name. Rocket. And so he had a little bit of stomach this week. As in, like, Rocket's worse, thank you. And this was, like, I believe it actually started... Oh, yeah, it actually was on Wednesday, on my birthday! And... he had, I believe, it was during the day where he was running back and forth and kept coughing and vomiting, and we were like freaking out. Like, oh no, what's wrong? Even so, we know he has a little bit of a history of it. So we took it with a grain of salt, like, okay, he has a little bit of a weak stomach at times, but he also did this coughing thing. Then, but overall, he was just cooling down towards the evening, so we were like, okay, everything cool. Next day, he was fine, running around, eating, no more coughing, everything, yay, super, we made it. Thursday evening, it started again, and be like, no chance, tomorrow, vet. No matter what. So luckily, Denim had last week off from school, so she was able to take. I called ahead. No, German. Hey, do you guys speak English? Calling ahead to the vet, and then she went there, which ended, which then developed like, they don't take credit cards. And the people in the vet's place were not reachable because they were behind the lockdown. Only came out to welcome new or get ask new people in, and so Damon didn't have a chance to. She didn't have enough money. They didn't take credit card, and or rather, she was like, "Do I have enough money?" But she couldn't ask. So we reached the point where I was like, "Should I drop work and come by?" Yes, please. Okay. Getting on the train, 5 stations in. Those station names don't look right. Getting out Google Maps. Those are the station names from Google Maps as well. I got on the train in the wrong direction. So I spent like over an hour on a fucking train. And as threatened, he woke up and he ran by. So the himbo has to show his face now.
We have ferret time.
Yep, but this is not the little buddy who caused all this trouble. This is himbo, or rather Edward S. Himbleton. And okay, he wants to go. Fine, you go down here.
You heard it here, folks. The ferrets' names are Rocket and Himbo.
They are, actually. They are. And, point being, I eventually got there. It turned out that if we sent certain stuff to a lab, it actually would, it was good that I got there. And even with all my shenanigans, when I arrived, they were still in the doctor's room. So I would have had to wait for all the time anyways. But yeah, those were actually all the ferret adventures. Besides that, Wednesday, birthday.
I mean, that's quite an adventure.
It was quite an adventure, wasn't it? I mean, we also took them out today for a walk, like actually putting them in little harnesses, having a leash on them. Yeah, before we did all the trouble of putting them in a backpack, like a transport backpack, and getting them a little bit away for them to explore. By now, it's like harness, leash, front door open, and just walking with them, because for them, the world is gigantic anyway. So just walking right outside the building. Also that. But yeah, we basically just walked out of the door, and for 10 minutes we're like on a little bit of grass and a playground right outside of our flat. And then they already turned around and walked back to the house. So they were like, okay, cool trip. Going home now. This is enough. We have very short legs. And but yeah, so last big event, not counting Honey Pop stream yesterday. Yeah, more Honey Pop uploads on my Let's Play channel in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. We're getting close to the end.
Are we even allowed to say that on this platform?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I can say the name. I'm not sure. Can I show the cover? Let's try it. Do I get
Probably
instantly
not.
banned? I want to risk it. That's worth it.
I would. You don't risk it.
What's happening? Oh, look at me. Oh, I did it. No, but yeah, more Honey Pop stream yesterday, but the uploaded watchable episodes will follow in the next few weeks. Was fun again, and we are pretty sure this was most likely the second to last stream, so next stream will hopefully be the grand finale, depending on how much extra content comes after the boss. Yes, this game has a boss now. No, and my birthday, it's like at this age, birthdays are not celebrated as big anymore, especially not in Rona time. So it was in the middle of the week. It was a work day, so I got some congratulations at
Because
work.
how old are you now?
Oh! Fun game. Take a guess.
No.
Oh, okay, chat. You take a guess, unless but not the people who actually know. Just wild guesses. Not wild guesses, serious guesses, but only if there are guesses. It's complicated.
What constitutes a wild guess? Like 50 when they're like way off?
No, a wild guess would be if somebody isn't. I guess just throwing out random numbers like copper, for example. Like without actually looking and taking it serious. I don't know. People are disturbingly close. Wait, now I have to do the math.
Did you forget your own age?
Yes, at my age is not as important anymore, but it should be. It actually is 37, isn't it? Denim, how old am I?
37.
Okay, I'm 37. Math is hard.
I'm gonna semi know what that's like.
but yeah, it was basically like day at work in the evening, good old gaming in ties.
Call on to a person within your reach, like, how old am I?
You're 37.
Yes, I
also
am.
I'm back.
Yes, welcome back. Just in time to just wrap up the birthday with and in the evening, a good old spirit Pharaoh with
Chrissy.
Chrissy.
In that race, Max. I'm turning 30 next month.
Ooh, oh shit! Also, you are back, and I should probably make you visible again. Hey,
yeah,
there you are. Sorry for that.
We played Spirit Fair on his birthday. What a great birthday game! Which is a game where we didn't confront death, but we have two characters primed for death, which is I don't know if that's better, but we had like the lovely realization that with the DLC there was new recipes, and we spent so many streams trying to get recipes that we were just like,
yup.
Yo, I also got Max's art, which is the art of the week.
Yes, exactly.
It's Lord, so of course it's beautiful.
I got basically two gifts. One of them, 3 if we count a very, very nice bowl of self-made ramen. But this gift, including this art, including good old Himbo and Rocket. Once again, like it fits them so well. It's disturbing. And
I am happy to say I suggested Rocket as the name, and I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, and Himbo, I believe Himbo actually came from that art because Himbo was a working title that Lauren gave Himbo. Yeah, but
the sisters are great.
Yeah,
because Lauren kept calling him Himbo and Chaos, and I was like, Rocket.
But yes, a second or a third gift in this context arrived today in the post in the post from my nephews.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's perfect.
Then again, is it, given that we are talking about Scar being the #1 uncle, which I completely am okay with.
That is, well, you have proudly stated on this show, you've thrown your nieces and nephews into the pool violently multiple times.
Oh, absolutely. They had it coming.
So long live the king.
Long live the king.
No, let me assure you, as someone who's been thrown by Max into pool several times, he doesn't say anything. He just has the icy look of indifference and then flings you like you're a sack of potatoes. Or, in the case of my own birthday, grabs you by the...
worse than saying
it is worse.
It's just
it is worse. It's like getting killed by one of the Borg Collective. But like...
The benefits of being a sociopath.
I mean, like, or in the case of my birthday, grab me... like the style of chicken and back me up straight into a giant fucking waterfall, which, let me tell you, that wasn't the most pleasant thing to feel on my skull, and I still have lasting damage. I don't.
It's called
training. No, here's the thing.
Short-term memory loss. And I have serious
I
short-term
have
memory
serious
loss.
short-term memory loss. This is why there needs to be a Starbucks across from another Starbucks, because I'll forget about the other Starbucks. Every experience is new. But yeah, those are lovely. Those are lovely gifts. So should we move on to media?
We
Because
should
man, we went long.
really, we should probably lightning round the shit out of our media.
Actually, so can I go for Mopsy?
Yeah, she was looking at me, so I was just
I
reminding
mean,
her
it's
everything's okay.
it's hard to see. Max, can you move his camera around a bit so we can see a little bit more of Mopsy? Wait, wait.
Oh, there he is. Ooh.
Look,
That is-
can you believe that on her adoption papers it said Chihuahua mix? In what universe is that a Chihuahua? That is not Miyamo Taco Bell.
I asked
She is
you in the
obviously
audience. Oh yeah, like you look at this and you're like, yeah, that's not a Chihuahua mix. That's
yeah, she's like a
Cool.
pit lab looking thing.
That's what I
But
always say. If I
love
was to
her.
take a stab
She's
at
very
it,
dumb.
she's definitely a pit mixed with, I assume, a lab, because she's got like a lab coat, no pun intended, and also like the ears are kind of lab-like, but
And she
you know.
stands like a no,
Oh, yeah.
she stands like a pit bull though. She has like that buff, like inwards
does,
arm
look at-
kind of look. Yeah, she's jacked.
built.
She could beat you up and take your lunch money. But yes, but she's a
I don't know.
sweetie. Anyways, I was gonna suggest that I go first because my media is actually really fast because I can't say a lot about it.
Oh boy, then please
Ooh.
do tell us about that.
Yes.
Okay, so as people know from previous medias, I love analog horror and weird rabbit hole type content, especially on YouTube. Like everyone, I actually showed Local 58 to Chris and Chi Chi when I was over there for Burbank, because Lauren and Tia already know it. This is an ARG video series done by a fairly well-known actor, YouTuber, depending on your side of the internet, called Nathan Barnett. Which is, he's more known for a character named Keith Abakari, which is a character he method acts when we go at like too many games and a bunch of stuff. But this is Dad, which he started in like 2019. And it's basically this artificial intelligence influencer named Dad. And he basically does the things that you would think an influencer would do, but he has like this very like, I'm part of a simulation, talks telepathically with people, that kind of thing. And it is such a creative, interesting rabbit hole of a show. And it has like I think it's on Act 2, like there's seasons. And I can just say, it achieves something when there are other YouTubers in it playing roles, and they are so well written that you kind of forget that they are played by YouTubers, which is a thing that plagues a lot of YouTube series, is that you look at a YouTuber and you're like, oh, look, that's a fucking, who's a YouTuber? That's a Markiplier. Well, MatPat actually has helped with it, because opinions is, I don't know what people's opinions are varied of MatPat, but I discovered this because a Film Fury auto played and he was talking about Dad. So take it what you will. I know this because of MatPat, and it was really fascinating. But you know, he's interacted with other YouTubers and stuff. He goes on other people's live streams and he just adds to his little universe. He's even gone on Nathan's own channel as the character. And so it's a separate thing, because apparently it was established that this was a character played by Nathan, but now he's not played by Nathan anymore. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, he's a separate being. And it's so, I can't really talk about things that happen because it goes down such a hole. Oh, it does, but it's a wonderful, if you like ARG's alternate reality stuff, that kind of thing.
And basically, also if you're a fan of like Kaufman-esque, like deep dedication to like character performance, because that's why I love Keith Apicary, or rather Nathan, is because he has an Andy Kaufman level of commitment to his bits.
He's very committed. Like, it is fascinating how much he's committed to this, but it's also just like, I mean, I guess to say who would like this is that if you like the if you liked any of the suggestions I've had on the show previously of like fucking, you know, Local 50, this is less terrifying. It's a horror comedy series, let's put it like that. Local 58, or the other fucking thing I suggested, which was the girl that did a vlog series, but it slowly developed into of course the ferret wakes up when I'm talking about my thing.
He doesn't. This is just petting.
Okay, well, the thing is that, or the other thing I suggested, where it started as a vlog, but then you slowly find out that the person's dad is like an evil scientist, and there's like puppets and stuff of like gruesome monsters. I suggested that like years ago.
Really?
But if you like that kind of alternate reality stuff, you'll love this. This is so good. And you know what? I also respect it because apparently this series saved Nathan from having to live in his van because he was having so many bad financial issues when Dad started, and Dad jumped up in like attention. I think he said in an interview there was more activity on the Dad channel with like 5,000 subscribers than Nathan's own channel with like 500,000. So basically, Dad saved Nathan.
That makes me happy.
So it does. I can,
Yeah,
but
now
yeah,
they have
point
merch
being,
and everything.
yeah, I'm
Dead
also
merch.
quite happy that Vsauce, Michael Vsauce here is in the series, and he's lovely, and he's an example of, you kind of forget that there's a character, that the character is played by a YouTuber because he gets so into it. What I love is how many people play along with this thing. Like, it is, I like when people play along. It's a yes and. But yeah, go watch Dad. It's a fairly new thing if it started in 2019.
True.
It's so good. But yeah, that I found this media literally yesterday, and I was like, I need to talk about this. It was either that or me talking about Bruise Brothers, which I see. I don't know. Both are Chrissy flavored. One or two, they're both Chrissy flavored things, but one is like Chrissy dark roast espresso, and this is more of a Chrissy latte where it's more palatable to the audience.
Also, I just realized that there are just recently have been uploaded compilation videos, like Dead Field, the complete first season. That is convenient.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll link the first season into the description.
Excellent. We'll do that.
Everyone should support Nathan Barnett.
Yes. Oh, is that Himbo or is that Rocket?
That is Himbo. Himbo actually likes to sleep near my computer, while Rocket, especially when we leave the bedroom open, is just back in their nest in the wardrobe. But
He's an independent little thing.
But I also realized that I'm sitting in front of a fucking ring light, so I'm trying to shield.
Yeah, maybe put him back down. I think he would rather be in the darkness.
I mean, he's lying right next to me in the open, so...
Well, yeah, but still, like, without a ring light, like, have you ever had a light shined on you when you're sleeping? It's not exactly fun. Especially when you're a little rodent person. The world's so big, and then you have a big, bright light.
Person.
Yeah.
Mention he's not a rodent. Anyways,
okay.
Chris.
I know, Moostelid. I should know. I'm a Moostelid. Yeah. But yeah, Chris, what's your media?
I guess lately I've been revisiting a channel that I subscribed to long ago. I will post them in a second.
That is appreciated.
Oh, Netro knows about Dad Feels. Obey the server. Yes, Netro, obey the server. It's always good when I see chat people know what I'm talking about.
It might autoplay. Yes. So recently I've been revisiting this channel, which I think I subscribed to back in, I want to say 2014 or something, like while I was doing like the main channel I'm doing now. This is Monster Island Buddies, or abbreviated as MIB. But if you say MIB, people think Men in Black. So Monster Island Buddies. As the name would suggest,
been around
the main gimmick of... Yeah, he has. The main gimmick of the channel is that it's a Godzilla-centric YouTube channel. It sort of started as like I guess okay. If any American viewers remember the show Action League Now, where it wasn't quite stop motion, except for the very, very few times that they did a little, where they called it chuckamation, where it was just them lightly moving the toys in front of the camera to simulate motion.
So
Same
like
gimmick.
this.
Of course, you have. Of course,
Huh.
we
What?
both have the same spark. But yeah, he has a like if you go to the earliest stuff, he has a show called Monster Island Buddies, which is sort of like the Action League Now equivalent to Godzilla, where it's just like this really, honestly, really lowbrow humor. But I'm also that's kind of a guilty pleasure, like rude humor and stupid shit like that. But in later years, like past couple, he's kind of evolved from that and done more stuff that's like my speed. He's done reviews and top fives and all that kind of stuff on the subject of stuff like Godzilla. And of course, that's two things I'm interested in. I love Godzilla, kaiju, tokusatsu, and I also like reviews, especially comedy-centric ones, and he's got a lot of those. So I've been watching those recently because I kind of just, you get subscribed to someone for so long, their videos kind of become, vapor because you're watching other people. It happens, I think, to everybody when you have a lot of subscriptions. And only recently I was like, I should go see what that guy's doing because I see him get, he still tweets and stuff. And I noticed he had these playlists of like, oh, he's got a lot of new content. Let's check it out. So I've just been binging a lot of his like toy reviews and game reviews, especially the toy stuff, because that stuff's pretty interesting. Like weird shit that you wouldn't even know existed, or video games where did you know there's a video game, a super crossover with Godzilla, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and Gundam, but they're sports games. So they don't like fight. They play soccer and baseball. Because that's what you should do with those IPs that are known for beating the shit out
Remember when I said that Bruise Brothers is like a dark roast espresso Chrissy flavor thing? I think we found the Chris equivalent.
Are you watching clips?
Yes, this is very much like, yeah, this is Chris flavored and exclusively Chris flavored.
Wow.
It's not an insult. Well. Everyone has a different sense of humor, so I'm not insulting you.
Okay, there's a lot of people in the chat that do remember Action League Now, so good for you. You're all old.
Old enough to watch Kablam. That's the age. So
yep.
Nicktoons age.
So, yes, I think it's a fun channel, especially since he's one of those guys where we've never seen his face. He does the whole, like, he shoots in live action when he's himself. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he does the whole thing wearing a bootleg Godzilla like mask he got at Spirit Halloween for 99 cents. And the thing is, I know that mask because my brother had the exact same mask when we were kids. It's knockoff, but it's very accurate knockoff. But the official name is Fire Dragon. Mm-hmm. They don't say Godzilla because they can't legally say that, but it says Fire Dragon. So I knew that mask. And it's honestly, for me, I think it's good stuff. If you like, well, if you're in that very niche market of you like Godzilla and you want to watch someone talk about it with a little crass sense of humor, go watch his videos. If you like reviews, he's got those. If you like comedy bits, he's got those. He's a one-stop shop for your crude humor kaiju fix. If you
I mean, who do you think wouldn't like it? That's also the follow-up question. Anyone who's not in that niche in the Venn diagram?
I mean, I guess it depends. Like, there could be the argument made of, well, do you have to be a gamer to enjoy the angry video game nerd? Technically, no, because the character and the antics are entertaining. Oh yeah, it definitely helps it to have at least some, some knowledge of what he's talking. But also, AVGN has a good way of explaining what the things are. So I'd say it's the same, but I would also argue there is that level of kind of helps if you are a fan of this franchise because again, it's the main subject. it rarely teeters off from that because, it'd be kind of like recommending a Thomas the Tank Engine channel to people that don't watch Thomas. Like, well, sorry, that's what they're going to be talking about. Unless you're interested in that franchise, it's probably not going to
questionable how much you will enjoy it.
But that's Chris's flavor of the week today.
Yeah,
Sure
Since
is.
we're speed running this, meaning we're doing a light brisk walk through these. So Max, it's your turn. Also, that Slinky looks so comfortable right now.
What? This guy?
The Slinky, the Slinky.
He found
He's
a way to
very
be comfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah, in his own favorite way.
Just covering up the eyes. Because I was looking down, I could see his little pink snoot. So,
yep. But
see, this is not fair. We have the cute dogs that Chris has, your cute tube noodles, and then yesterday in call when I was in Derek's server, Gerber showed that his family got 2 new beagle puppies. Not 1 beagle puppy. 2 beagle puppies, and their names are Lemon and Maxwell, and they're so sweet, and I'm mad. Why does everyone get cute pets except for me?
Because I have a house.
I'd be a good pet parent.
You would be.
You would very much. But let's not
the thing is,
see what Max's media is.
Yeah,
sorry,
the
go
media
ahead.
I want to talk about is from the studio that brought you Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, twice. It's Disney, but fun fact: we didn't realize that it was a Disney movie until very very late in the movie due to some surprise Easter eggs. It's Free Guy, the movie that you guys already allegedly saw, and
we'll need to see this one.
Yes, I can. So we went out and watched it on. Also, we are talking Disney, so I probably should quickly go to this very serious poster they did. I believe this was actually an official thing, wasn't it? With all those parody posters.
Yes, I mean, this movie had more than a year and a half to make as much parody marketing as they wanted.
But yeah, let's stick with the actual official one. No, a very fun movie. We had actually so Denim and I went there and we actually had some really laugh out loud moments. Since you guys talked about humor earlier, it is Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds post Deadpool, so you know what you get. It is him of his finest. And if you don't like Ryan Reynolds and don't think he's funny, then this movie might not be down your alley.
I haven't seen it. So is it like Deadpool Ryan Reynolds, or is it like Ryan Reynolds in Hobbs versus Shaw Ryan Reynolds? So like
more the latter. He is not
okay.
He's actually a nice person. He's a nice guy.
So it's a Ryan latte. It's a latte here.
Yeah, but the entire movie is like it's like super funny. He's I wouldn't say he is a straight man because now we are grooming. Lovely. Is the butthole clean now? I'm very glad. No, but
Anyways, continue.
He's not the over-the-top Deadpool character or something.
Bye, himbo.
Bye. That we are used to. But no, he is still very much himself. But more like the world around him is actually far more crazy than him. Because, big twist, I mean, technically they actually designed the movie that it is a little bit of a twist that only happens like 5 to 10 minutes in. So if you really...
No spoilers, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I haven't seen it, no spoilers.
Okay.
Me and Chris have not seen this movie.
Do you know... What do you know about this movie?
I know that it took a year and a half to come out because of the coronavirus.
Okay.
But I also know that the whole like premise is that Ryan is an NPC.
That is the thing that I was about to mention.
He gets basic sentience because, well, the avatar he fell in love with was the avatar of a game developer.
Now you're
and
already
they're about
telling
to
more
shut
than I
down.
ever would have said.
That's the trailer, though. That's not a
I don't
spoiler
want-
if that's the official press release.
Then
I think
don't
he was saying that in the context of the film, it's a twist, but it's not a
exactly.
story twist.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
but
mean,
okay, I'm just saying the movie's been out for a little bit. I can say what was in the official press
But
releases
then
for
I'm
this
just
movie.
saying-
And the
that-
official trailer that I think's been out for like 2 goddamn years, so
Yeah.
everyone knows that part of the
but
premise.
but yeah, that's the point. That yeah, for the first 5 to 10 minutes, it's like, what's going on here? Like, weird world. What is this? And then it comes out that, wait, this is in a video game. He is an NPC, and only then we go to the outside world and see the actual humans. So yeah, that is the premise. He is an NPC. He is not really aware of being an NPC, as none of them are. And it's like, here's always the tricky thing of a video game movie, like in a video game, not based on an IP, but a movie that actually depicts video game. And we all probably have seen those where it's like, oh no, this is Hollywood executives showing what they think a video game looks like, and also how it's cool and hip with the kids.
We've had this, me and Chris actually had this conversation, I think like a week ago, about the Game Grumps YouTube Red Series Good Game and the video game that they used in there, which is like a shitty World of Warcraft clone. So yes, we understand that kind of Hollywood understands video game.
Yeah. So here, the good news is that even though Denim and I both would identify as gamers, we could watch it without dying of cringe. They are so tongue-in-cheek about it, they make it more parody. However, with references that feel authentic. At one point, you see a player in the background, like completely unacknowledged background element, on a front of a building where there's a flagpole, and there's a guy just on a flagpole jumping up and down, like some idiot who managed a way to get onto the flagpole. Or you see a car driving by in one scene with balancing another car upside down on his deck, like the kind of weird stuff that people in those more open worldy physics engine games.
You know how you make this premise work without it coming off. As
Exactly.
It's like Clone High. It's funny on its own, but when you know the source material or the source concept, it's supplemental humor.
But yeah, they manage to have it feel authentic enough by still not trying to make it too realistic. They are like tongue-in-cheek about it, like, haha, this is a game world, wacky shenanigans, and this makes it work. This makes it actually absolutely watchable. And yeah, without it, so, and we were like, okay, we enjoyed it very much. Would somebody who really doesn't game enjoy it? And we were like, probably not. I mean, for example, Denim's parents are absolutely in the MCU. So something that I could only dream my parents of. I'm happy when my parents recognize kind of what Spider-Man is, and this is like Batman. Yeah, the other big comic house, but sure, close enough, Mom. But no, her parents.
Hey, look, it's a Pikachu.
Exactly. So yeah, her parents actually are into big blockbuster Hollywood action movies with comedy elements and whatnot. But we were like, probably not for you. You should really probably have a gaming background to have to be able to get a majority of the stuff happening.
Sorry, I was checking the questions beforehand, and one of Odie's questions really got to me.
Okay.
But yes, what's your final words on this? Because we gotta
exactly. Final elevator pitch, which makes this movie stand out. Where I'm like, I could not imagine that this is physically possible. But this movie took Waititi. Shit, I'm bad with names. Waititi. This movie took Waititi, and the guy who made Hitler likable and funny, I want to point out, and they turned him into an unredeemable asshole
Movie
character
don't
you
phrase it
don't
like that.
No, but this movie turned him into an unlikable douchebag character you really don't like, you really hate. He's unlikable as fuck, and I can only imagine because I believe Taika and Ryan are actual IRL friends.
Yeah, yes, and it's also kind of a reference to Green Lantern. Because every Ryan Reynolds movie has to have some kind of pseudo reference to Green Lantern.
And what is the reference to it? Was Taika also?
Because I think Taika
was
acted in Green.
Lantern.
Yeah, Taika was in Green Lantern.
I mean, I'm 100% sure. I cannot recall what it was, but yes, there were other Green Lantern references in it, definitely, and they were.
I think that's in Ryan Reynolds' contract. It's like the Green M&Ms at a Metallica show. That it's like you need to include a Green Lantern reference, and if it's not in there, that means that means Ryan knows that they didn't read his contract.
But still. Anything you need to know about this movie is it's funny, gamers can watch it without dying of cringe, and it gives you an unlikable Taika, which I wasn't even aware is possible. And yeah, go out and watch it. Good shit. Good shit.
But yes, it's the question time, the Q&A, but I would like to say that this, once again, this awkward cast is sponsored by the Abbey Roadie and her lovely birthday art. Look at this is let me praise Lauren for a second. She has a very great talent in capturing a character's personality really easily, and that is highlighted by these ferrets. Like she's great at animals. Like, let's be real here. Lauren's mega skill is animals. She did a fantastic job. It was worth every penny. Go support Lauren on Ko-fi. She opened up her Ko-fi, and
Lauren.
Support Lauren. We love her here. Even when she makes artwork that makes me want to fucking punch her, which she also did this week, let me tell you. I'm glad it's not the art of the week. Because
even though it really should.
It should not be the art of the week. I fucking refuse. And no, we're not talking about the really cute Lupin and Abby art that she made. No, that could be the art of the week every week for all I care. No, to describe it to you guys, she fucking... We were all in a call one night on Discord, and I was getting bullied, as I usually am, during this period of time in the simulation. And Lauren was just like, oh, I'm just doodling. And it was like, that better be a Zenigata. And she's like, no, I'm doodling Zenigata. Don't worry about it. And then she posts in mod this fucking picture of Lupin and Flula and me in the middle like, eh. And I was like, I thought you were drawing Zenigata. Yeah, on one layer. It's like,
technically she did not lie.
But you forget the most important part of that picture, the comment I made afterward.
What was the comment you made afterward?
That if Lupin and Flula...
Oh no, I remember the comment. I remember the comment. Fuck. Might as well say it. You already said the first three
If Lupin
words.
III and Flula Borg did the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z, they would turn into mechs.
Oh, I take that as a compliment.
You would.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a downgrade for both of them.
I mean, this
is like when they try to do the fusion dance and do it wrong, and they end up small and chubby and without any endurance. I am
with no skills whatsoever.
I'm that outcome of their fusion dance.
The fusion dance cancels out all the skills that should be with them.
Exactly.
So Max can't do thievery. He also can't be a Hollywood movie star. Winning a super YouTuber DJ, it's super coordinated DJ who's
what happened, Lupin Borg? I became a YouTuber who talks about stupid things.
I became a ferret owner.
Yeah,
but
genau.
Questions. We've got questions.
Also somehow a French guy and a guy from Munich somehow turns into the weird German French
People have told
accent
me,
that is
yeah.
Aachen.
Yeah, people have
People
told
have
me
weird
that I
accents.
don't have the typical German accent. That my accent,
Well,
while very
because
thick,
your
is...
home, yeah, because your hometown is basically France.
I
like,
would say that I speak mostly textbook German with a very little
well,
accent.
no, I'm saying the not the colloquialisms, the dialect is more muddled because you lived in a border province state. I don't know what you
Interesting
guys call them.
theory. Let's move on to the Q&A.
What? I'm just saying that that's
I
how
can't even
dialects
speak
work.
French.
I'm not saying that it's French
that...
language. I'm saying that the accent sounds different because of multiple factors, and one factor could be the fact that your state borders on another country. That it's a very common thing. Anyways, questions. I don't need to
Yes.
fight about your own fucking accent.
Exactly. So
But
I have
what I was going to say before the question is what made that artwork even more infuriating is that like a day after the fucking tank top that I bought from Flula came in the mail. So I was like, this doesn't need to line up as well as it has. I mean, this thing literally says "Leave me alone." So you know what? Maybe people should practice what Flula's saying on my shirt.
Exactly.
Anyways,
Your
did we get
simp
questions
shirt.
on Twitter? It is not a simp shirt!
You literally called it a Flula shirt.
Because it's from Flula!
Yeah.
It's a piece of Flula merch. It doesn't
Yeah.
make it a simp shirt.
I mean, you wearing it does.
So if you wore it, it wouldn't be a simp shirt.
Oh. I hardly know who the guy
But-
is.
Yeah, so why is me wearing it suddenly a simp thing? I can't support a YouTuber. You have a Philly D hoodie. Does that make you a Philly D simp?
Nah, I need to have more of him. But I'm working on it.
Anyways, so the fucking what's a Twitter question?
Yeah, what is the Twitter question? Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, deep breath. This is a long one from Kylene Stinson. Okay, Chris, I hope you're ready.
Oh boy.
Hey Chris, what got you into YouTube? How did you meet Will? What inspired you, Will, and everyone else on DA Games to create the channel? Do you have your own channel? If yes, what inspired you to create your channel? How did you meet the others? That's an easy one, right?
I mean, yes, because these are this is basically an FAQ for Chris.
Okay.
Elevator pitch. 30 seconds. Go.
What got me into YouTube? Spoony Experiment. Biggest influence. How did I meet Will? We met on Newgrounds about 12, 13 years ago.
Damn.
Everyone else, various different reasons, mostly movies and ponies. Do I have my own channel? Yes. Yes, all you have to do is click on the... I don't know why you even asked that question. You could have found that answer very, very easily.
Yeah, he literally linked it to your Twitter, which includes all the links.
What inspired you to create the YouTube channel? Once again, Spoony Experiment. And how did I meet the others? Again, ponies, movies, games, whatever. Like, it's almost like... There's a lot of repeat questions. Like, you're asking.
No, I was about to say this was formatted like how they tell you to format an essay in like elementary school, where you have your thesis statement, the middle part, and then you have to reiterate your thesis at the end. Like,
right.
I don't want to imply that this person's still in elementary school, but anyways, Discord question.
Right.
So, all right. This was the one I was laughing at. Hail Satan asks, when was the last time you went to church and why did you make that mistake?
Oh boy, oh boy. That question sparked a 3-hour-long verbal beatdown in the main hall in my server. That was fun.
Well, I suggest everyone gives an answer that's at least one sentence and the reason. One.
I mean...
I do not want to be in a 3-hour session about
No worries. I was not involved in it. It was...
Should I say mine, because mine's really sad. So should we just start it off with sad or end it with sad?
Start off with sad. Yes, please.
September 2017. You want to guess why? Both of you guys have that kind of smile where your lips thin out, where it's like...
It actually do.
Because it was my dad's funeral. Never been to a church since. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey!
Okay, that was mine. You don't get further things there. You don't need further things there.
You don't need anything else. That's it. That's like that.
That's the show.
For me, unless we count touristy visits to church, which is less going to church and more like going into a church, which in case of Europe means really 100-year-old impressive buildings, which happened just a few months ago when we were in Aachen to get them shots. My dad, of course, needed to do a town tour for Denim.
Sorry, the chat's catching up to the thing, and it says the first thing is, "Oh, Chrissy." It's like, oh no, they got to that part. But yeah. So what was your last time you did to math? Which I guess is the better answer.
Being the atheist I am, I only get there when there are external reasons. In this case, it was my nephew's first commune, I believe, which is also years ago. So I haven't been there in a while. And yeah, that was the reason. I did it for the family.
As an Italian Catholic man, probably, what was the last time you've been to a church?
It's Sunday, so I hope right before the show.
I have a
party on Saturday to ask for forgiveness on Sunday, as they say.
I haven't been to like a church service. I don't think in like well over 15 years. I don't even remember the reason. We just stopped going one day. I think it was because we moved and we couldn't find another church. And I think around the time when we moved, it wasn't the right idea to go looking for new churches, because I think that's when the big scandal happened. So probably don't want to go to a place that could feel like an all-you-can-eat buffet for some Catholic priests. The last time I recall being in a church building, like an actual church, was my grandfather's funeral.
It's not a fun time to be it's never been a fun time to be a Catholic, but it's not a fun time to be a Catholic in America for a while. But yeah, there's your answer, Odie. Thank you for this question. It somehow didn't become a what would you call it, a sociological issue. We could separate church and state in this household. Next Twitter question, Max.
Brandon Kruger asks for all. What's the strangest piece of physical media you own in terms of home media or just plain pop culture in general? Well, you had this prepared. Okay, Chris probably has to go and stand in front of his wall of physical media and be like, which of my children do I love the most?
Chris saw this question. He was actually didn't know how to exactly answer, so I gave him like qualifiers earlier, like in the week, being like, "Well, you could answer like this." So I'm actually interested, Chris. This is a question aimed totally at you. So
I genuinely looked. I was like, "Are these?" Because I feel like everything I have is relatively normal, like as far as like physical media, which to me is like DVDs, Blu-rays. I don't have a lot of oddities per se. But as far as just like strange shit I own, I do have a few things that I guess someone would be like, why do you own that? Like, I have a little collection of licensed cereal boxes. So things like the Pokemon cereal and Urkelos and stuff like that. So some people probably look at that as like, why do you own that? That's like actual garbage. Like, to me, it's not. I think it's unique. I love like Saturday morning cartoon serials and stuff like that. And then I literally, like, I guess the strangest thing is owning stuff that is literally meant to be thrown away after its use is done. Because again, cereal boxes, people don't think about keeping them. They throw them away after they're out of the cereal. Or the Final Fantasy VII Pepsi display, the little thing I have that was on the counter of 7-Elevens back in 1997, and are rare as shit because, as you know, if you work in places like that, once the promotion's done, you're given one of two options: to throw them away or to take it home. And most people usually went with throwing them away. So they have created a rarity. And then there's also this thing. The Toy Story VHS display.
How much did you pay for that?
Wait, this is actually, is it 3-dimensional? Does it have multiple?
Yes, it's like the one you see at the stores.
Ah, nice.
It's like when you go to a movie theater, they have like the big cardboard displays of the characters. They did these for video releases, and I think that cost me $75 because it was brand new, still in the box. So I got to assemble it instead of picking it up from some guy.
I think my two favorite things of Max's that can technically count as physical media that's weird or at least has a funny story behind it is that he has a piece of South Park merch, which is not really merch. It was a gift from, I think, one of his nephews.
Yes, and I believe it is as the item that I would have... Oh, no, wait. Do you mean this one?
No, the cutting board.
Oh, the cutting board. Okay. But this is basically a result of the same story.
Yes, but I think the cutting board is more personal and cute.
Yeah. Do I have to get it? I could get it.
The other one was fucking. I think it was a Jurassic World, the second movie cup that we got from the movie theater.
Oh,
which he uses a lot to make iced tea.
Yeah.
But the thing is that. To me, it's funny because we both left that movie very ambivalent. And in my case, I was very annoyed by the end of the movie.
That's right, because similarly, you know this one.
Is this the Space Jam water bottle? But yeah, yes. Max, tell your story about this cutting board, and then we could talk about Michael's secret stuff.
And here I was going for Kung Fury. The story behind this cutting board was that my nephew, who is also my godchild, at some point was like, hey, you like they knew that I liked South Park. And they were like, hey, what is your favorite character in South Park? And I'm like, Butters, whatever. Like random child asked a random question. And then for the next either birthday or Christmas or whatever, then I get a gift and I'm like, oh no, now I'm feeling really, really horrible for just naming a random South Park character. However, in hindsight, thinking about it, I actually do like Butters. He might not be my favorite South Park character, but he is up there.
It's such a funny and sweet story. It's worth acknowledging. I do also know you have a Kung Fury Blu-ray from backing the Kickstarter with no Blu-ray player in your household.
But I can't show it off because it's not in reach.
For shame.
Yeah, because I have it. I mean, I have also the poster of Kung Fury signed by where's the signature up there.
But yes, can I talk about my physical media?
Yes, please.
Do it.
Chris, to talk about the story of Michael's secret stuff, because that was an adventure. That's an anime arc right there. Okay, so I got drunk one night, which is a great beginning of any story.
Nothing bad ever happened comes out of stories that start like this.
I got drunk and I was in Derek's server with my friend Jay, not Mr. J. It's a they them J with an E, and we were talking about like old PC games that we were playing, and I said like, oh, I had this totally spies game back when I was a kid because my life revolved around licensed games because my parents bought me licensed games because they knew I watched those cartoon characters. You could trust that and Mario. You could trust Mario, Pokemon, and any of the cartoons Chrissy watched on TV. So, and I had a lot of educational PC games. Explains why I'm such a smart little asshole today.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that I had vivid memories of this game, and I found it on Amazon for $4. So this is the game.
Ooh.
By the way, I had to buy an external CD drive for this, and I did not buy it at the same time as the CD, so I had this in my house for 2 weeks before I bought a CD drive. And the thing about this game that makes it so special that it stayed in my memory is that to play this CD-ROM game, you have to solve puzzles in 2 physical activity booklets. This is a waste of trees. So yeah, you had to just solve all these little math and motor skill puzzles in the book to even play the game. And when you're a dumb fucking kid like I was, you did these in ballpoint pen. What happens when you get the questions wrong and you can't erase the answers? So you have a page full of illegible ballpoint pen because you're fucking 5 and your handwriting is shit. I hate this game, so I had to bring it back into my life. The other weird piece of physical media is that I also have this cell from Scooby-Doo that makes me laugh so much because it looks like Scooby ate a bee.
I don't like the way you grabbed it with your bare hands. As someone who owns an animation cell, that makes me cringe a little.
Well, the reason why I did that is because this came damaged, which makes me very mad because I paid $35 for this. So I'm just kind of like, I don't touch Scooby himself, but yeah, it looks like Scooby ate a bee, and this is a prized possession. I need to get it framed. I haven't been able to go get it framed because, well, I live in LA, and fucking,
Rona.
it's hard to go. It's hard to go to. People wonder why I don't go to the post office often. It's not because I don't want to get things taken care of. It's because you hate the post office in general. Try going to the post office in LA during a pandemic. It's the worst. It hasn't changed. But yeah, those are my weirdest pieces of physical media. But while I find a Discord question, tell the story of Michael's secret stuff, Chris.
Yes. Okay. So I think it was last year. I received this in the mail. Which, if anyone who's maybe confused what this is a Space Jam water bottle, because there's a scene in the movie. Yeah, the scene in the movie where Bugs Bunny uses like a placebo on the Looney Tunes by filling a water bottle with just regular like tap water.
Furry.
Yeah, it's that scene with Buff Bugs. The whole thing is just a placebo. It's a bit, but he just slaps on the little thing. Michael's secret stuff. This arrives in the mail, and I was confused because I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I get it's a Space Jam bottle, but I didn't order this. Okay, it is my birthday week. It's probably a birthday present. Who the fuck sent me a Space Jam water bottle? Because then it became this whole hunt to figure out, because I said, okay, who could it possibly be? First, suspect was my brother, because my brother has a habit as a joke. He tends to go out to thrift stores and whatever and buying Space Jam merchandise and sending it to me for birthdays and Christmases as a joke because he's a dick. And so the first thing I did is I called him. I said, "Did you send me a Space Jam water bottle?" And he goes, "No."
What?
Why? Do you have one? I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, who sent it to you?" I don't know. I thought you did. No, man, I wish I thought of that.
You had 2-day-long anime arc of fucking Chris going to
going through
because
everybody.
he thought it was me.
Yeah,
I was prime suspect number 1, and I was like, why would I do this?
Well, it went through so many different people because okay, if it's not my brother, who the fuck could it be? So I was like, is it Chrissy? Chrissy would play a joke like that. She has my address. She didn't do it. Was it Michael? Maybe Michael got my address from a friend. Maybe it's some elaborate thing. I asked everybody in the server.
You asked Sean, you asked Will, and then finally Joey Hollywood, the bastard himself. I think you messaged him on Facebook or something.
I messaged him on Facebook. I go, because after all that I went, wait a minute. Joey loves fucking with me. So I messaged Joey on Facebook and I said, "Did you send me a Space Jam water bottle for my birthday?" He goes, "I don't know. Why? Do you like it?" I just want to know who sent it. And he just goes, "Happy birthday."
Nice.
Fucking asshole. 'Cause it's like,
I love it.
I called him later to go, do you have any idea what you put me through trying to figure out who the fuck sent this? I thought a crazy person. I mean, I'm glad it's you, but I thought some insane person sent me this in some kind of weird thread at some point.
And soon, Chris will open a PO box, so all of you can send your Space Jam merchandise to Chris.
I am looking into that, yeah.
I know that I am going to send him this Michael Jordan cookie jar that I keep finding on eBay that haunts me, and I want to give it to him because you literally open up Michael Jordan's head to get the cookies, which is a great concept. But okay, so here we go. Annoyed the Garlic Dwarf asks, so we got Lord Emperor Furnoodle, even though that will be temporary, and I don't agree with this, Lieb, because that's not my name in the server. My name in the server is Empress of Minx, the Benevolent. She says, Empress of the Garlic Dwarves. I hate that. So my question is, what would Chris be the Emperor of? So I guess this is a question for me and Max to give you a title in our kingdom. So let's see.
And I guess I should.
Odie already said the Guardian of Physical Media, so we're not going to use that. We have to come up with something else.
Okay.
Let's see. What to name? I got it.
Okay.
Aficionados Chris, Emperor of Checkertopolis, because of all your Scott checkers.
It's.
I mean, and next to it could be Textopolis from the hit film The Emoji Movie. I don't know, but Checkertopolis. That is your sub-state inside of the Furnoodle Kingdom.
How do you spell that?
What? Checker, like the word checker. Topolis. Topolis.
Checker is Checker. No, checker. No.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, checker. You got it right. Checker.
Okay, and with that, his name is officially changed in the server.
But what about you, Max? You have to answer. You have to be.
Wait, I have to. Wait, you came up with it and I typed it. That's how this deal works, right?
Yes. Well, yes, but that's because I'm the Empress, so I get the wonderful thing of naming people. But you're the Lord Emperor, so what is the name you're going to bestow? You have to knight him. What is he the knight of?
I was about to make him.
We are mixing so many different hierarchies.
I was not going to knight him. I was making him the Dude of Discs. The Duke of Discs.
Duke of Discs.
Duke of Discs.
That's an awesome title. That is a great title, though. That needs to go on like a biker jacket. That Duke of Discs.
You're welcome.
Dukes of Hazzard starts playing.
This was my strike of genius for this millennium. Let's see if I make it to the next one.
Go. Is there? Do we have our usual Would You Rather from J-Rock?
Oh, we do have a Would You Rather from J-Rock.
Let's hear it, because there's only one more real question in the Discord that I think can fit, and then we can do the FMK.
Okay. So J-Rock asks, and I'm more fascinated by the concept than the would you rather aspect of it. Would you rather forget your favorite books so you can reread them again, or reread them again for the first time, or forget your favorite movies so you can rewatch them for the first time?
I love that concept.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not even sure the picking between books and movies is like. I'm probably, because I'm more of a movie person, I would probably go for the movies. But the concept itself, I love. Like being able to read.
It's a great question.
This is, I so often have been like, probably most well known most popular example, Star Wars. Can you even imagine reliving I Am Your Father for the first time and being like...
But let me be a killjoy on this subject.
You don't watch the prequels before.
No, that wasn't my killjoy. My aspect is, part of the reason certain things become your favorite movies is because of a nostalgia factor, or some kind of emotional bond that you get from the age that you watch a movie or something.
Fair.
So maybe something became your favorite because you watched it a lot during college, or it was a comfort movie during a hard part of your life, all this kind of stuff. But would the present you, the person that you have become, evolved from that past self, enjoy it at the same level
In
as
other
your
words, the
past self
butterfly effect.
has?
Like you
Yeah,
you
exactly.
embrace it. Does it also? Because I was thinking about that, and that was the problem. It's like I don't think I can pick the movie one because too many of my favorite movies, they're my favorite, and they have an effect as to who I am today and what I do. So I feel like plucking that away plucks away so much development
Of your
character.
personality, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I
guess
think
we
there's
can.
more enjoyment with, erasing a book, because as much as I love to read, there aren't really many books that have that same kind of approach, especially since I read a lot of biographies and history stuff because I'm a glutton for knowledge, not necessarily a glutton for fiction in written form, but I will read a good fiction book.
But this sounds like horrible for you. I mean, if you're reading books for knowledge and then you erase your favorite books, then you just have lost the knowledge and are like, oh shit, now I need to read it again.
Because
okay.
Those are innately things I already had knowledge of because I was a fan of them. And for example, I have books about the history of Disney animation. I've already seen all those Disney movies. I know the movies, but then I get to relearn the best things about them, behind the scenes.
Because you already have a vested interest in the subject,
Exactly.
which
I don't lose the vested interest. I only lose the additional knowledge.
But does this kind of more historical book or documentary book, does it really have this kind of like whoa moments that you get to re-experience?
When you learn trivia that you didn't know before? Because the thing is that I wish I could format it as any specific film that I could forget instead of my favorite ones, because my favorite films of all time, which are like Yellow Submarine and stuff, they formed like my art style and the type of things that I like as an artist. So I can't really forget them, or I wouldn't be the person I am today. But if I could take something from Odie, if I could rewatch Spider-Verse again with fresh eyes, that'd be fucking fantastic. I would love to relive Spider-Verse because that was one of the best movie theater experience I ever had. I wish I could forget Scoob so I can watch it again and cry again. I mean, I still cry when I watch Scoob, but it's like the thing of like, if I could pick a movie to relive with such a fresh experience, it would probably be a more recent film than a childhood favorite.
I would agree.
Because I'm a sad little almost 25-year-old. I can't relive childhood whimsy. Those days are past me. I pay taxes now.
It's true.
And it's American taxes, so I have to do the math by myself. Unlike some people.
You mean like in any other civilized country that doesn't hate their citizens?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
But I'm also specifically talking about current company who denies doing it themselves and getting a bonus because of it.
What? I did.
Didn't you say that they give you like a stipend or something if you do something by yourself with your taxes or something like that? I remember you saying there's some benefit to doing your own taxes.
No, the thing is
they will do it for you.
No, the thing is when you're a regular employee in Germany, you don't necessarily have to do your taxes, and they will just estimate you, and the estimate is usually accurate enough that it's not like costing you an arm and a leg to not do it. However, the general experience is that if you do it, it's a few $100 you usually get back, because of course the state is overestimating you on general.
That's what I meant. You actually get a pseudo tax return with this kind of thing.
Exactly. So and I did it for the first time this year, and it already paid off. No, but however, if you are self-employed, you must do it. And if you then don't deliver it, they estimate you insanely. I can tell this secondhand because my mom used to be self-employed. And when it comes to this kind of stuff like taxes, you have far too much time. There is no hard tax season like in the US. It's like they threaten you for a few years to finally give it in, and then they are like, yeah, okay, now you passed this deadline, now we calculate you with this exuberant amount, which is 3 times what you had to actually pay last year, and we will take the taxes for that. And then of course it's like panic mode.
You and your mom, my mom, God, I can't talk. My mom and your mom would not get along in any timeline. Let's take that statement away and throw it in the garbage. Me and your mom would get along very well. I mean, she already thinks I have a very sympathetic voice, which is the weirdest compliment I've ever received.
I mean, I believe this voice was literally the only part of you she got to know.
I know, but I'm saying that's just a weird compliment to give someone, because I know that there's probably a translation error there, but it's like, it was just kind of like, thank you, because the situation surrounding that is just you saying this, being like, oh, my mom says you have a very sympathetic voice, and then going back
likable voice.
Yeah, that's what I think she meant. But you got to admit, me being just on the computer, you ask me a question and then I answer, and then her saying that to you and you being like, "Oh, she says you have a very sympathic voice."
No.
That's a weird situation to be in.
Yeah, this is a 100% me thing, because the German word for likable is sympathisch.
Okay.
So my mom says you have a sympathisch voice.
I've had to live with that for like almost maybe 2.5 years, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half of just like, why did Max's mom say that to me? Okay, it's your fault.
Yes.
Good thing I insulted you in that same call and I could hear your mother laughing through the phone.
Well, after 2.5 years, this mystery is solved.
Yeah, one day I'll meet your mother and I could be like, your son is terrible at translating things. Yeah. I blame the croquet bat. Okay, but yes. So yes. The final the Discord question, and this is specifically towards Chris. This is a Chris question.
Okay.
From I Will Never Have Enough Denim asks, Chris, what is the best Kamen Rider series, and why is it Game GAIM?
Unfortunately, I haven't seen every Kamen Rider series, but my personal favorite wasn't even a series. It was a one-off film, which was Kamen Rider Zio. Still one of my favorites. I still have a bootleg VHS tape from since I was a kid. It's never been officially released, at least not in the States. But who knows, that might change. That's about all I can say. If you gave me a question about Ultraman, I could probably give a better one. I've seen more Ultraman.
You are a very big Ultraman. Wait, okay, I found one more question, but this is also a fast one. Hail Satan also asks, this is just because you answered that Kamen Rider question fast. We all love singing, but what's a song you would sing no matter who is around to hear you? So what is that song that's just like, it's so like, you love it so much that you can belt it out and you don't care who's watching? Dance like no one's watching. I imagine yours is a Panic at the Disco song, Chris.
Yeah, probably. At least
I imagine it's high. I imagine it's High Hopes from Brendan at the Yuri.
It's hard not to.
The sad thing is that a lot of my songs is like, it changes so much, but because I usually am just quoting show tunes all the time, or I'm quoting meme songs, because I have my karaoke favorites, but I've recently, the recent example, because time is fluid, I found a song from TikTok. Follow me on this, and it's called Can't the Future Just Wait, and I've been adding it to playlists. I think I even said to like Lorna Max, this goes in the Theo playlist because it's such a hymn flavored song, and it's just about so I just walk around being like, can't the future just wait, can't the deadlines come fashionably late, and it's such a depressing song but with such a happy tone that that people around me kind of double take of like, what are you singing? Are you okay? No, but like it's such a good song because it has the cadence of a Muppet song. That's the only way I can describe it. So you just can't help but bounce around and hum the tune, because a lot of the songs that I can sing with everyone watching are usually earworms, because then it infects them. I need to be a parasite is the answer to that question. What about you, Max? Is it walking on sunshine?
I don't know. I have actually, believe it or not, grown a little bit self-conscious about singing since a crossover video I did a few years ago for which I sang a few lines, and then they edited it that they literally had ears bleeding, and I also listened to it and it really didn't sing good. But this made me a little bit self-conscious, so I do not sing in public anymore.
You're not even a bad singer. I should know. I've been to karaoke with you enough times. You're not a bad singer by any stretch of the imagination, and you can harmonize better than most people I know. But that still doesn't answer the question. There has to be
there is none.
Like, a song.
The question is, which song do I feel comfortable singing no matter who's around? And that has none. Well, this is the answer.
Okay, what about what's your favorite song to sing along to? There doesn't have to be anyone around, but like that song that you can say every lyric of in verbatim. Let's make that the qualifier so you have an answer. 99 Love Balloons, maybe?
Oh,
I know you know that song by heart.
That one does work.
Knows that song.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few German songs.
I love that song.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I guess if somebody else has to answer for me, I would take this answer, yes.
I've heard you sing it at karaoke and in the car enough times to know that you like that song.
I mean, it was a growing up song.
Yeah, childhood song. But okay, so we're at the FMK now. Here we go. Meh says, marriage, something that at first seemed religiously right and sanctimonious in its own right, but now not exactly for everyone for many reasons. But let's act as the intermediary for these married folks with fuck, marry, kill, monogamously meddling marriages. Thank you for the alliteration. You also misspelled monogamous, so see me after class. Because I don't think monogamous has an R. But Beth and Jerry from Rick and Morty, Bob and Linda from Bob's Burgers, and Richard and Nicole Watterson from The Amazing World of Gumball. Thank you for somehow putting one that you don't know. I'm sure that nothing will go wrong with this by any means, and that you can all get by without any complications. Also, good luck with the custody of their children. So, are we becoming the third in these situations, at least with the fuck and the marry? I guess.
I was confused. I'm kind of confused by what the question actually is.
So it's basically
fuck, marry, kills those three couples.
A threesome. You become the third husband, or in my case, wife, and you kill the couple. That's what happens. So you have to deal with both of them and their dynamic, along with just your own personal taste of each. So you can't kill Jerry but be with Beth, kind of thing. It's a package deal. So Chris, you're the guest. So you first.
Yeah, they all have they're all dysfunctional families, but I guess I would kill Beth and Jerry. More specifically because I want to stab Jerry.
It's the easy answer, which dooms me and Key.
Yeah. With the newest season, Beth would probably defend him in the newest season, at least.
Maybe.
They're much more functional in the newest season as someone who's watched the entire new season.
See, I don't... I guess fuck the Belchers, only because I really want to marry into the Wattersons because I just love them so much.
Yeah,
like, to me,
and that's
there's a difference.
I can
fuck, the Belchers for one night and then leave, but I would love to spend the rest of my life with the Wattersons because they're just such a lovely family. They have crazy fucking adventures. They're honestly a really good couple. And also Nicole's really easy on the eyes, but also,
furry.
It's
true.
It's fucking Gumball. It's Gumball. Like, you're gonna have a great time living in the Gumball world compared to
and if something goes bad by the next. Yeah, something goes bad the next day.
The next episode, you're fine.
Yeah, but Wait, audience, who went last the last week? Because we skipped last week. Who went last? I want to know who gets fucked over this time around.
I mean, it's
I
either way
I
not
think
pleasant.
I think it was me last week, but I want to make sure. I don't want to fuck over Max without without pretense.
I guess
He
I
is
could
the-
also check the last episode.
Enigma says it was you.
Yes, Max gets to go last.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Oh,
give us your
that's so
FMK.
Okay, well, you took the best kill answer, so fuck you. You know what?
That's what I do.
I'm going to. I guess I'll fuck. Okay, no, fuck. And I would have to marry. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to marry Bob and Linda because out of all of them, I would.
Remember the times when we not try to make a perfect no answer given twice thing?
Yeah. Those were easier times.
But yeah, Bob and Linda.
I will marry Bob and Linda because you know what? They are a very sweet couple. And they are like the exception to every like adult animated sitcom in that they're actually a functional couple that displays that they love each other. I want that in my life. Also, I feel like me and Linda would get along really well. Linda
radiates strategy, but I think the reason I didn't go with Mary was because I don't want Tina the rest of my life.
I don't need to deal with their kids. I could just be.
When you marry, I mean, you can get away with fucking them without having to deal with their children, but marrying them, that is children.
But I can say, you know, like with that, maybe I could teach Tina to not be so Tina. There's a project there.
Did you just took the I can fix them angle? Lovely.
Yeah, a child. It's like a person teaching the it could be like Dead Poet Society of helping the kids get better and better, and then go, oh, Captain,
but yeah,
right.
let's escalate the levels of your answers and please explain to us why you wanna fuck Beth and Jerry, and then we keep the worst for last, you monster.
Okay, so I'm gonna fuck Beth and Jerry because I feel like out of all of them, they'd be the most open to it.
Probably.
And if not, you can just pressure them into sticking to their guns. Like in the current season.
Yeah. But like, I guess the thing is that like I can imagine that would be the most normal sex, but then it wouldn't be, because I would assume that I would be fucking them in their house, and their house is full of different knickknacks, doodads, and dibblebobs. So, like, for all I know, I could just go to Rick and be like, hey, do you got anything that would make this more fun? And then who knows what
Chrissy, here's my Mi6 box. Just
exactly.
Just ask him to make it fun.
Exactly. So I at least know it's going to be an experience that I will never truly understand. Also, Richard and Nicole are like family cartoon characters, and
so
I just
kill
can't.
Them.
Also, I imagine that sex with Richard would cause me to die because he's fucking gigantic.
Wow.
Look, Nicole is very durable. Nicole is very durable.
I'm a bun. I'm a big tasty bun.
But yes, and I'm gonna kill Richard and Nicole because you know what? They are both very powerful creatures in their own right, and I don't know if I like that in the universe.
Next week.
Well, yes, but you know what? I could kill them every week. Because here's the thing: to people who haven't watched Gumball, which I know someone in this company hasn't, the fact that. Okay, well, you started. Nicole is a fucking metahuman, meta-cat. I mean, she's literally like a karate, could take over the world kind of master of power. And apparently, in canon, if Richard gets a job or something, he breaks the fabric of reality. So, I don't know if both of these creatures should procreate, which they've already have, and they're a very loving couple, so how do we know they won't make another one if given the chance? And so I'm just nipping that in the bud while there's only 2 people in the bloodline. And you know what? I save the kids from being orphans if I also do it to them.
Oh, but that is the right approach to the what about the children question. Okay,
Exactly.
so I guess this leaves me.
Yes, have fun.
I'm trying to not go with the obvious answer. Why to marry Beth and Jerry?
So you can have Rick as a grandfather-in-law.
Would I want him to have have him as my father-in-law? Would I want to have Summer and Rick and Morty as my adoptive children? It's a hard pitch. It's a hard pitch, but obviously by my own free will, my answer that I definitely would have chosen in any other scenario is that I of course want to marry them because yes, you know, they are dysfunctional. He is an idiot. She is an alcoholic. She is also a psycho. She's also a complete psycho. I less about. No, here's the thing.
Okay.
Who survives most of those adventures? Even in the Cronenberg world, who survives?
Beth and Jerry.
Or the family in general. It's an insurance. It's just like, if they are available for marriage, this means that Rick and all his shenanigans are also in this same universe. And the only way to stay safe from being just a collateral damage by the side is to be in that family. So yeah, it's simply survival.
Somehow you did a pseudo gold digger answer. I'm so proud of you, dear. You did what I couldn't, because I did not marry a rich couple by any means, because Beth and Linda.
Oh my, that's a ship I haven't seen coming.
Linda and Bob are, look, I'm drinking vodka. Bob and Linda are very not rich by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh well. But rich in love. Okay. I will...
the giant bunny and the cat.
Yeah, I mean, as Chris already pointed out, as far as furry characters go, Nicole is quite quite a looker, and he seems to be a bro. So I guess we can just chill on the sofa together.
No, but this is the fucking ansur. So,
shit! I'm not marrying them. I'm fucking them. Oh.
So are you saying that you guys would just take turns with Nicole, or is it going to be like a thing where you guys high five each other while doing her? Like, what's the situation here?
What indeed? Why am I the only one who has to answer how exactly the fucking goes physically down in this threesome situation? Just want to point this out.
Because it's funny, Max, and I do this every week when you have to do this, because really? I know you hate it.
I didn't even notice so far. Apparently, I'm suppressing those memories.
I always ask how you do it, or I bring up things that make the experience less pleasurable. Like how when Tia was on the show, I tried to explain how fucking mid-chip ice cream can't go well, because what if a chocolate chip ends up in a place where it shouldn't?
Anyways,
and you told me to shut up before
how do we do it? I guess we Fun fact, I have not spent enough time in my life fantasizing about a threesome with 2 guys. So
What's the Lonely Island song? It's not gay if it's a freeway.
Yeah, I guess. Assuming, I mean, they have offspring. He is not inactive completely. It's not.
He's a rabbit. Of course, he's not inactive.
Yeah, that's a point.
I mean, canonically, they had Gumball before they got married.
Oh my! So he was quite the wild one.
Gumball was basically a bastard.
Yeah. But I guess somewhere we go through all the positions in the Kama Sutra for the MMF, and
it's we
have quite the thing.
It's a lovely experiments.
Yeah, and we know Nicole brings the endurance and whatnot and the energy, while what's his name again? Brings Richard brings the cushion, so it will be comfortable and energetic. I mean, this is an experience to be in the middle of. Oh, I put myself in the middle. That's not good. I should have. Anyway, let's move to my killing. And
please tell us why you're gonna kill Bob and Linda and leave Louise.
Very easy. You see, there is Bob's Burger, which I never really got into. I watched a few episodes and I was like, eh. And then there's Central Park, and Central Park is simply the better successor. So you have to finish off the past, and if the past is still around, you have to kill it.
Your justification is that you're killing Bob's Burgers so that Central Park may live.
Yeah.
Because Bob's Burgers walk, so Central Park can dance.
In this case, it stops walking pretty drastically with a knife in the back.
I would have given if we go with the pilot's canon, they were cannibals, so it's justifiable.
If we go with the Archer canon, then you're just killing Archer.
I don't want to judge them too harshly for this one cannibalism in the pilot. So no, it's just petty about wanting to see the success series get further. That's it. And besides that.
You know what?
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis, which you do not want to miss on awkward.